Life doesn't come with a grading rubric.
Unmarked is an open conversation between two international teachers meddling through their life, love, and purpose far from home.
No edits,
No filters.
this is Unmarked.
Hello, hello!
Hello.
Welcome back to episode 13.
Which I think a lot of people will think, oh, that's a lucky number. It brings bad luck.
I think in the Western world, yes, like 13 is an unlucky number,
Yeah.
but it's my day, so 13
Your day?
Yeah,
You
it's
mean
my day.
Your birthday.
Yeah. So 13 has always been a lucky number for me. In Chinese culture, we don't like the number 4.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's you scared of something. Even
Because
in an elevator,
4
you don't have
sounds-
it.
4 is 4, which sounds like 死, which means dead. Yeah. So even in elevators, instead of number 4, we will have 3A.
Plus, 3A.
Yeah. So level 3 and then
Yeah.
level 3A.
That's why. I know
yeah.
something. Oh
Well,
my God.
I want to show everyone what I showed up to today when I came in to record. So Nika has prepared banana bread.
Yeah, that's a new recipe with some chocolate
It
chips.
looks good. Shall I chew with my mouth open?
It will give a lot of icks to people. While you're chewing, how are
This is
you?
good. Hang on, let me
Okay,
let me
excuse me.
savor the taste of this banana bread. But yeah, I'm actually pretty good. How can we not be good when we have a 3.5 day break next week?
Thank God Lunar New Year comes.
Yeah. So Lunar New Year is coming next week, and in Mongolia they celebrate something a bit different. They call it Sagansar.
Yeah.
The dates kind of match up with the Lunar New Year.
But last year it wasn't like
Last
that.
year it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was further away. I think it was a week away
Yeah.
or 2 weeks.
But that's good, perfect timing right now for you, for example.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because you're preparing something, right?
I hope it turns out well. I just couldn't find ingredients that I'm used to.
She texted me last night. She was like, oh, do you have sugar icing? And I'm like, usually I don't buy it. I just grind
Like
sugar.
the powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. It
I was like, what are you? I first thought that I had, oh, she's making the cookies for Valentine's. Who is she? I don't recognize this
man,
woman.
like, who cares about Valentine's?
Yeah.
I'm doing Lunar New Year.
But it was funny. Yeah.
Last year, when I
Yeah.
arrived, I actually flew on the 4th day of the
Of
Lunar
Lunar.
New Year. Yeah, 4th or 5th. So
Oh,
we had to
four
cut
is
our,
a bad day.
we had to cut our trip short, actually, back
Because
to my
of-
hometown because I had to fly.
Yeah.
And this year, it's my first Lunar New Year where I'm not home.
Oh.
So
okay?
yeah, I'm totally fine.
Okay.
But I did bring home some red papers with the intention to decorate.
Are you-
and I am wearing
Yeah.
the qipao.
Are you going to have like red envelopes, or you're not supposed to do it alone?
Oh, I can't do it because I'm not married. So I can't give red packets, but I can receive them
Oh.
from married couples.
Oh, so I'm safe. Oh, I won't give you anything.
Just
But-
give it to me.
Yeah, did I tell you, like, usually when it's Chinese New Year in Cambodia, I really love Cambodians because they could easily, like, celebrate all the holidays, to be honest.
Yeah.
And when it was Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, a lot of students who are, like, half Chinese would be coming to me like, teacher, give me money, give me money. I was like, why are you asking for money? And because I didn't know about the red envelopes, I actually struggled a lot with Chinese New Year, especially because it is so much not in my culture. Like, I've never experienced that being home. And only when I moved abroad in Cambodia, it's a big thing because there are a lot of Chinese living. So in school, they arrange the whole parade. A lot of students are wearing Chinese clothes, and we have a lot of Chinese teachers there too. Then they would ask expat teachers also wear something red,
yeah.
and I would be like, red is such not my color. I don't like it.
Therefore,
Ta-da! But yeah, and then last year I gave up. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just get at least a T-shirt. That would be nice.
And this is a nice red. So just have this red shirt in your wardrobe. And
You never
every
know.
Lunar New Year, you just pull it out.
Exactly. I can barely move. My whole body is
That's why.
struggling. Yeah, guess why our bodies hurt. 1, 2, 3.
Pilates. This girl decided to go for a reformer Pilates class. I haven't been to a session like that for more than a year.
But it was fun. Sometimes I would, so it was dead silence there. They were suffering in silence, you know, and me and her.
She was giggling
because
she
it's
made
so
me
funny.
giggle.
Because I turned my face on you, and you were just like making the face, and then you were trying to be funny. Obviously, I'm gonna laugh. And then the instructor, she would come. The instructor was so good. She would translate some of the things for us in English, and then she would come. She would press it here, and she was like, "Put your gut up." I'm like, "My what? How can I put my gut up?"
I could see the confusion in Nika's face. It was hilarious.
But I'm a people pleaser, so I would be like, "Oh, thank you, okay." I absolutely had no idea what she just meant. But yeah, so it hurts me laughing, so maybe no jokes today.
Yeah, my toes kept on cramping.
Yeah. We are not aesthetic Pilates girls. Anyhow, today, what are we talking about?
We're discussing about culture and traditions because I'm in such a festive mood right now.
Yeah.
So that's all I can think about.
I can imagine for you, Lunar New Year for Western people is like Christmas. So
It's
same
the
amount of importance.
enthusiasm and importance.
Yeah.
But it's not a religious thing. Like, it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And it's the largest celebration, I would say. It's a time where your entire extended family would meet. You would eat good food. You get to wear new clothes. And yeah.
This is amazing. I've mentioned you earlier when we were talking that as an expat teacher, it's tough to be a part of that. Obviously, I don't know a lot of details. I don't know a lot of little stories behind the holiday. Same as these people here, for example, don't know about Christmas or whatever. So whenever it's a traditional holiday, for example, Chinese New Year, I would be always on the background. I would really try to follow people, basically, and do not really try to involve with that. Does it make sense?
Okay. In the Western world, there is a lot about this cultural appropriation thing. But I can't say on behalf of other countries, but if you're in Malaysia, please do try out our culture, you know, dress up, whatever. We are so happy.
It doesn't hurt your feelings.
It doesn't. We're so happy that people try. It's very common, for example, if it's the celebration like Ramadan for the Malays. We would wear the Malay clothes. It's fine. It's totally fine. We would just borrow each other clothes.
Yeah, I really like that about Southeast Asia. For example, in Cambodia, they would be so happy if you wear something with their national flower or national holiday outfit. But if you do something like that in the West, well, obviously not everyone, but you would get some comments like, "Why are you wearing this? You're not allowed to."
No, please, if you do visit Malaysia, any of you try out the outfits. We love it when we see people enjoying our culture. Yeah.
So when you say right now Malaysia, you mean Chinese Malaysians?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was wearing batik, by the way. For my brother's wedding, I was wearing
Indonesian
batik and like this skirt.
Yeah, the sarong.
But that is always, it was always opening. It was always low, so I would be like trying.
Tight.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward. And at some point I was like, okay, let me just sit. I need to sit. Better if I keep my legs closed. Yes. Because it's also like, you know, Muslim country.
No, it's supposed to be tied pretty tightly.
I think when I went to the bathroom, something went wrong.
Oh, okay.
But I like with Chinese outfits that you don't have to worry about that. Usually it's just the dress,
You
right?
do have a slit, but that's it. Typically, I find it quite comfortable.
I have many inappropriate thoughts.
Why? This is a very appropriate clothing.
Yes, I know, Miss Carol.
You know what? This morning,
Yeah.
I was being a little nostalgic. I was thinking back to how we incorporated our culture during our schooling days. Like when I was in primary school, I was sent to a Mandarin as the main language kind of public school. And so every Lunar New Year, all of the students will be wearing red clothes or any new clothes, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
new clothes.
When I was young, that's when we would get new sets of clothes before Lunar New Year.
Oh, it's so interesting.
Yeah, so we only shop then.
Wow. Because in my culture, we would do this before academic year started, so end of August.
Okay.
But this is maybe different for kids because, you know,
Yeah.
kind of want new stuff for the
Yeah.
school year. Okay.
It's a huge school. We have more than 1,000,
Yeah.
spanning from grade 1 to grade 6. And then we would have oranges, we would have lion dances, and then we would have the calligraphy competition.
In
yeah,
China,
the
in
the
Mandarin.
Mandarin calligraphy. So black ink on red paper.
Uh-huh.
We would bring our own calligraphy brushes,
Wow.
bring our pot of ink, newspaper to put on our tables.
So it doesn't leave the
Yeah.
smart.
Teachers would just give out these huge sheets of red paper,
Yeah.
and then he would write on the board like
The word.
what you're supposed to write, and then we would write.
Oh
So
my
it's a
god.
competition.
Ooh, this is like almost spelling bee, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's which one looks more beautiful, the
did
writing.
you did you get the word?
When I went to my international school, yes, because there were fewer competition.
You mean students? Yeah, Chinese students.
Yeah, but
okay.
when we were in primary school, everyone were Malaysian Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So plenty of competitions.
Aw.
Some of them take it very seriously. They go to
Yeah.
classes to learn.
Yeah, but as a teacher, when you moved here, how do you accommodate yourself when you have those traditional holidays here?
Definitely national holidays, there is a lot of this pent up enthusiasm and energy. So I would try to bring it into the classroom. For example, the Monday when we are back, we are actually launching our new unit, Ancient Civilizations. That was a deliberate choice actually.
Yeah.
Because it's for them to come in with their clothing, talk about traditions.
Yeah, photos.
Yeah, photos.
Some
you know.
items that they can bring.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
usually schools will have performances that are based around that holiday. But I don't think it's just during the period of holiday. It's as simple as, I don't know, let's say you have math word problems, right? It's actually best if it's tailored to the student's culture. Because it's something relatable to them.
Not just math, generally.
Yeah, generally.
Try to accommodate that.
And students are naturally curious about other cultures. In Malaysia, we had a more diverse classroom. So when we were learning about tourism, I focused the topics on the nationalities that we could find within that grade level.
Yeah.
So they were so curious and they were asking their friends. They genuinely wanted to know more. Okay, this is a slightly more serious discussion. I realized back in Malaysia, we are used to growing up in such a multi-ethnic community that we are super tolerant and we just accept that people are different.
Yeah.
But over here, the majority of students are Mongolian students. They're used to being in a community where most people are the same culture.
Yeah.
So they actually find it pretty difficult to accept or even understand.
To see differences, basically. That's the first class I'm teaching where I don't have any international kids. There are
Oh, you have
only-
100%.
Yeah. I would usually have really international classes where you would be able to see that, you know, also how different we all look and different accents we had.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. Whilst here, I also have the struggle, especially if you have to bring up geography. For example, we would talk about the Silk Road, and I would be talking, oh, this is the Romans, and what is the current modern country of the Roman Empire, and they don't know. But if you would have someone from Europe, obviously kids would know, even junior school students. These are the challenges, I
Yes,
think.
And even for me, there has been this incident yesterday. I'm not saying this to blame the kids, they are still learning, but it must be something that's going on in the community. I have quite many students that apparently have been whispering in these other students' ears. These other students are from China, and they've been calling them crazy bao. Bao as in the traditional Chinese bun. We had to have a discussion. I was really calm throughout the whole thing. They didn't know that it was wrong. They thought it was funny, But we had to go through the whole explanation of, okay, imagine you're in another country, like France, and you don't speak their language. If people are making fun of your food, how would you feel, this, that? Eventually, they felt quite bad.
Yeah.
So they got it,
Yeah.
finally. So that is a struggle.
This is something that puts a lot of pressure on us as teachers too,
Yeah.
because in this case, you were representing your culture,
Yeah,
right?
and-
Because you can say something about that.
And it's even
Yeah.
trickier. So I've spoken about this to Nika and even some of my colleagues, but as a Malaysian Chinese, before I came to Mongolia, I was doing some research, and apparently people are still quite hostile
About
towards the
Chinese.
Chinese. Yeah. And I was so worried. But when I came, of course, things are different. With the younger generation, they are very open-minded, most of them. But there is this fear. Like, I would have to hide the fact that I can speak Mandarin initially until I realized that, you know what, no, I need to help these students who can speak Mandarin. So I just started talking in Chinese to them to help. But otherwise, I wouldn't even introduce myself as Chinese.
Yeah.
And even wearing this, I feel kind of strange.
Okay, we will now go into identity crisis.
Yeah, because I don't want to put myself in a risky position. You know, what if I'm walking down the street and someone's just
Oh yeah.
hostile?
Oh, I
Yeah, because
had that.
they don't know me.
You don't want to trigger people. I have the same with my mother tongue. Even though I'm Ukrainian, I speak Russian, right? And it's a little bit different the way Russian speaks, right? So I would never speak on the phone with my parents outside, regardless where I am, because I feel like I always gonna hear someone saying something to me,
Yeah.
but they don't know my story, right? They don't know what's happening behind that. So in Europe, for example, when I'm on holiday and I hear Russian language, I pretend I don't know that I understand. You don't want to trigger people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is nothing we can do. Just really don't trigger.
Correct. In the end, it's just self-protection.
Yeah.
I had this very weird feeling when I was visiting Beijing last year end. Once I reached the airport, all of a sudden I could understand everything.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not from
You
China,
were a little
I'm
bit
from
nervous,
Malaysia.
yeah, before that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am a Malaysian, right? So our cultural differences are apparent. But at the same time, all of a sudden I could understand things. You know, I could... This chi pao, for example, I bought from China, and I got a few things. You are immersed in your own heritage,
Yeah.
and you're trying to absorb as much as possible.
It's a good word, heritage, because we need to feel connected to something.
Yeah.
Okay. But after that, when you go back to Malaysia, let me say it differently. If I go to Ukraine, I don't feel connected to the culture. Same goes for Russia. If I'm ever going to be back there, I would never be connected to it. So it feels to me a little bit of an identity crisis that there is no place in the world where I would feel, oh, I feel my roots. So how about you? Because in China, you felt that. But when you go back to Malaysia...
As well. And I think this would be such an interesting topic to unpack with other Malaysians, like from different ethnicities. But it's quite difficult for people outside to wrap their head around the idea of Malaysia. So in Malaysia, we have the Malaysian Malays, Malaysian Chinese, and the Malaysian Indians. Each of us brings such a distinct culture.
Yeah, and also different religion.
Yeah, different religion, different language even.
Yeah.
Our official language would be Bahasa. And at the same time, we have English. English is almost like the main language when I communicate with everyone. And people would have different levels of proficiency. Many of my Malay friends can't speak Chinese. We can't speak Malay as fluent as they would. And what happens to a community when you have all these different levels of proficiency,
Yeah.
right?
But this is also nice how Malaysians accept that.
Yeah.
Well,
But you know what? With this whole Malaysian culture thing, actually that is part of the homework. For what to watch, I have a short film that really captures what being a Malaysian is. And you could see all three cultures in there. I would really recommend you to watch it if you're curious about it. So I guess that's about it when it comes to school and our specific experience of living here.
agree.
We kind of strayed a little,
Yeah.
but stay with us because we have more to talk about in Unmarked.
We have a lot to unpack and a fun game, by the way, coming up.
Yeah, Nika has planned something for us.
Hey.
So, see you.
This is Unmarked.
Hello again.
Welcome back.
With my half-eaten banana bread.
Yeah.
It's so good.
We were yapping in the break
Yeah.
time. Break time. I have a question.
So quickly.
No, because I was just thinking, is there a smell it brings you back to childhood or it brings you to a specific kind of tradition that you had?
You know what's the funny thing? I've always told this to my dad, but he's so experimental with his cooking and he's a good cook. But I can never taste if it's made by him.
Why?
Yeah, my brother agrees too. There is not a distinct taste.
For your dad's
Yeah,
meal?
for my dad's cooking.
Okay, now I want to
Actually.
try it.
Yeah. He's cooking a huge, we call it pen cai, which translates into pot vegetable. Like it's this whole big pot of good stuff. Prawns, abalones, you know, and all the yummy stuff.
You got me. You got me here.
And you're supposed to eat it with family. So it can be as big or as small as...
But is it like roast?
No, it's soup based. And then you can eat with rice. In terms of smell, I do have a smell that brings me back to when I was 16, when I just moved.
So specific, right?
Yeah, like that apartment.
Okay.
Not my first home. It brings back good memories.
And
Only that scent.
what was the
And my
scent?
parents' room.
I have something to tell you.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday I was asking students, what is love? And then one kid said, love is when parents close the door at night.
Gosh.
It was awkward. And I was like, okay, next. Can you imagine that? Gosh.
You should
Anyways.
keep that.
Oh, okay. Hi. How do we end up here? Oh, that hurts. Let's just talk about how do we keep traditions in our families.
Welcome to the Unmarked section where Carol overthinks things. Well, my family is not the ultra traditional family, so we keep some customs, but we don't follow all the superstitions. Technically, you would have plenty of superstitious stuff that you can keep if you want to, right? But we still do things like the annual reunion dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it happens one day before Lunar New Year. We have things like when we go back to our hometowns, you would still go to the temple and pray. It's like your ancestors and stuff.
So it's not super frantically devoted.
No, yeah.
But just like,
Correct.
what are the customs that out of all the traditional customs your
We pick
family
and choose.
decided, to keep?
Or for example, my name, right? My god-grandpa gave me my name. And in Chinese culture, they would calculate things.
But then the thing is, so it goes from family, from generation to generation. I assume your parents, when they got married and they got their family, maybe it wasn't like a discussion, maybe it just naturally happened like, okay, we can't do this tradition that, for example, your mom family did or your dad's family did. But when you will have your own family, what do you think? Will you talk about this with your partner if your partner is not from your culture?
Well, honestly, I
Will
think...
you
I think it would
justify
be
it?
easier if your partner is not in your culture, because then you don't even have to argue whose place you're going to during Lunar New Year. You just come to my place.
That's nice, actually.
Yeah, and then whenever it's his main holiday, and if it lands on a different date, then we would just go. Like there are no arguments pertaining to it. But yeah, if it's a different culture, I think the most important thing is that both people have a common language that they're roughly equal in, so that at least you can fully understand that person or understand
Obviously.
each other at the same level.
Yeah, obviously. But I love international marriages. I think it's maybe because I'm expat myself, I don't see myself marrying someone from my culture. I think international marriages bring so much diversity to the world. And generally, for instance, my nephew is a kid of like third culture, you know, and it's amazing to see that because all the traditions merge. It's so funny because we would celebrate, my brother's family is Muslim, so we would celebrate Christmas together and then we would celebrate Ramadan. Like, it's just amazing how it all merges. So how do we end up again here?
Family traditions.
Yeah.
How do you pick and choose?
Yeah.
Would you pick and choose? Obviously, yes. If you come from the same culture, though, I think that is trickier. For example, Lunar New Year. You might have different ways that you celebrate Chinese New Year, and then you would have to argue which one's right.
But you don't have to argue. You can find a compromise.
Yeah, you can do both.
Yeah. But again, I think it's because of you talk with the person.
Yeah. As long as you communicate, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I also had a question. As you grow up, would you wish to incorporate more of your culture and traditions or less so? Are you proud to show it or actually you don't want it?
The wrong person to ask. Because in my case, I'm so away from my culture. I actually feel like I'm not connected to it at all. I feel sorrow for... So I would actually stay away from that because of obvious reasons.
In Malaysia, there's this westernized ideal of everything, you know, education, life and stuff. So there was a period of time as I was growing up, I wanted to go to an international school. I was reading books about the typical British boarding school. You kind of start to think, like, all these traditions are kind of lame. You know,
You mean your
yeah,
own?
for me. I had that period of time.
Yeah.
But then I grew out of that and I realized that the younger generation are actually appreciating their culture more.
Yeah. I think
And
it's so
it's-
nice that
yeah.
it gets more and more popular among young generation.
Oh, and I left this out. How could I have forgotten that? Like, our government sets a mandatory thing. If you work in a public school, there is a certain day when you have to wear batik.
Oh,
Yeah,
even
to
if you Chinese Malay
Yes, yes.
or Indian.
Yeah, because it's a Malaysian thing. And then you can choose the cut that you want.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So it's to keep that tradition alive,
Yeah.
even in school, the art form.
That is nice. Okay. Do you have batik?
Yeah, I do. At
Eh.
home. Just now we were looking at Nika's traditional costume.
Yeah. I think it's so nice that modern generation is trying to bring it, you know, to something
life.
casual,
Yeah.
you know.
A modern interpretation.
Yeah. For example, in Indonesia, that's what I see with my brother. He would easily wear batik in everyday life.
Yeah.
And it's not something, when I was growing up, it would be for us like, no, it's only for holidays, it's only for some little things. In Germany right now, it's carnival season. They have a show and the kids are usually dressed up, and that's also cool. It really unites and it brings so much love into where you are and being appreciated about that. Yeah.
I actually have the perspective that all these celebrations and festivals, they serve one goal. And it's to bring your community together, like your
Yes.
family. Regardless of what is happening,
Yeah.
you're forced to sit down together during that time of the year.
Forced.
Yeah.
And get the envelopes, please.
I'm not
never
married, I can't give it to you.
I never got one. I got only empty ones.
Wait till I'm married.
Hey.
Then you can get a red packet. But no, I want you to be married too.
Oh, you can't give it to
No. Have a child then.
Oh, hey.
So
you
I
know
have to be married, you have to have a child. I can give it to your child.
That's too long, Carol.
It's such a huge expense if you think about it.
Yeah.
If you are married and then you have to give out all of this.
So,
red
see, there are perks that we're not
Yeah.
married.
packets. Okay. Now, Nika has prepared a segment.
Yes. I'm going to read the tradition. It's a mixture of Asian traditions and Western traditions, and we'll just say whether we keep it or we trash it.
Keep it or trash. Okay.
Yeah. Or we might also modify it. So let's say some tradition you want to keep, but you want to give a slight of change there. Okay, the first one is having big weddings.
I used to think that an intimate wedding is what I want, but I kind of also want the traditional Chinese wedding, not too big, but still pretty festive. So I guess keep then, right?
Keep. Yeah. This is very common. I think this is what makes our cultures very much similar, because for Ukrainians, we have big weddings.
How big is big?
Yeah, that's the thing, because for Indonesians, or I don't know about Malays, but for Indonesians, big weddings like more than a K people.
Whew.
For Ukrainians, it's, I don't know, 100 max. And it's like really, really big wedding.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe 100, not 1,000.
Yeah. My brother had almost 2K on his wedding.
Woo!
That was...
But they come and go at different times, right?
Yeah. Anyways, we keep that one. Next one. I don't know why everything's connected to marriage in this segment. Not everything, okay? Valentine's.
We're filming on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
happy Valentine's. Taking husband's surname.
We don't.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, only our child.
Okay.
Regardless of who we're married to. But my child would take over the
Your
husband's
husband.
family name.
That's the thing. I am so proud of my family name, and maybe that's wrong, but in my culture, the girl must take the name of the husband.
But how does that happen? Is it illegal?
Yeah. You change all your documents, you change your driving. It's a headache.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then imagine if you have property and you have to, it's a headache. So for me, despite that moment, I feel like this is my father's name, and I never want to lose it.
Can you choose not to?
Of course. But then in my culture, you offend your partner. So I found the compromise.
Marry a Chinese then?
That's why I have a lot of Chinese videos. I found a compromise. I'll just take double name.
Oh, yeah.
That would work.
Yeah, just add it on.
Yeah. Next one. Family expectations about Korea.
My family is very chill about it, so toss.
Yeah, I think it really depends how strict the family is. Talk with your parents. Next one. That's funny. Matching family outfits for holidays.
Keep. We do that a lot in Malaysia.
Yeah, matching pajamas, if you forgot.
Yeah, not only our first day of Lunar New Year outfits will be matching.
That is
Our
cute.
Lunar New Year Eve pajamas will be matching too. Can you have matching soft toys?
Oh my goodness. Don't go there again, Carol. We're done with that. Okay, next one. Wearing white at weddings for the bride. Are you gonna wear white dress or you gonna wear Chinese?
We get the best of both worlds. You would have the traditional side when the husband comes to the wife-to-be's home. For that tradition and the tea ceremony, you would be dressed in the traditional Chinese clothing. But then for your dinner or your luncheon, you'd be in white. And
Okay.
usually you would also switch into another gown midway.
Oh, that's nice, but
Yeah.
very expensive then.
Yeah.
Okay, eldest child having more responsibility.
What do you mean by more responsibility? Because definitely, yes, you are a role model. Okay, keep then. But not like you're the maid.
Yeah. No, not the maid. I think it's just not like parents want the child to take responsibility and just take care of the sibling, but it happens naturally.
Yeah,
Right?
I think it's only natural. But there shouldn't be a bias as to which child you care for more.
Okay, this one you will be laughing. Family lunches, mandatory attendance.
Once a year, once a week.
In my family, when we live together, it was every Sunday.
Yeah,
We have to have lunch together.
I think if you live close enough, once a week, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's reasonable,
Yeah.
actually.
Keep it.
Yeah, keep
New Year's resolutions.
in our own way. For me, the word of the year, right?
Change it.
Yeah, so I modify it.
Change it. This one. bank accounts with partner.
I think that should be a shared account.
We've been talking about that the other day. It's such a difficult question. I think what we agreed on, both of us have the same opinions, that you should have one account for main expenses and then
your own savings
for your solo trip.
Hey, maybe that's a red flag, who knows?
This might be a bit spicy. Keeping toxic relatives just because you're family. Not close, but extended family.
I think in a lot of culture, respect is a huge thing.
Keep your face. You might not like it, but...
I would just keep it as surface level interaction.
Okay, I don't know if that's the tradition, but I think it's common in our world right now that men always pay on dates or first dates.
I actually think it's nice.
Keep it.
Yeah, keep it.
Okay.
But if the girl is not interested, then I would suggest the girl split it.
Yeah. I always have a bit of a problem with that. I would pay for myself.
Yeah, I would
regardless.
too, usually. But it's nice.
It is.
At least just offer, you know.
Yeah.
If we feel like splitting it, we'll split it.
Yeah, we have arrived.
At the end of Unmarked.
We're gonna see you in our homework section. Miss Carol has prepared a very special homework for you guys.
This is Unmarked.
All right, for our homework this week, I'm kind of excited to share.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I told you it's gonna be special.
Nika has just heard the song, has just watched what I will be recommending. In Malaysia, we have the main broadcast channel. They film movies.
Oh, even movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
And every year, since 2008, they push out a theme song for that Lunar New Year. So it brings back a lot of memories and people wait to hear their song every year. So this year, their song is called 万事 OK, 酷哒哒. It means everything will be alright. And it's a wordplay. 酷哒哒 in Mandarin means, oh, cool. But in Bahasa, kuda is horse. So it's such a smart wordplay that can only exist in Malaysia.
I like the part with ulala.
Yeah. Last year it was a snake, so it was ulala because ular is snake in Malay. Yeah, and ulala is just like you know.
Very timid. I like the ulala part, yeah. The song is fun. I think a lot of people who might not be familiar, like me, for example, with the culture, it would be fun to get. Yeah.
Of how we celebrate it.
Yeah.
I'm not there to translate, but the meaning.
I was privileged enough.
The meaning of the lyrics, it's really heartwarming.
For reading this week, this actually, the book that is not connected to the holiday celebration or whatsoever, but it's very much of family and the history of one family going through different times and so on and so forth. So that's the novel, I think it's The Little Women or just Little Women. Yeah. It's just so nice to see how within one family you have so many different characters, so many different kids, and how their life develops, and it's one of my favorite books. So, okay, and we are left with
to watch. So it's just a 4-minute clip, and go and watch it because it really sums up what Malaysia stands for. It's a very heartwarming story, and it shows you how the 3 different ethnicities come together. But don't be shocked, it's posted by a bank.
Yeah, Carol explained that to me.
That.
I think so, because otherwise people think it's a promotion or ad.
No, it's not an ad. All the major corporations in Malaysia, they would fork out some budget to film heartwarming, teary sort of videos and stories before the Lunar New Year, before Ramadan and before Deepavali. And people wait for that. And we give reviews. We're like, oh, this company makes it better than that one. What are they trying to say? But this one has had really good reviews.
I really like the idea how they show 3 different cultures through the kids' eyes. And at the end of the day, this is the future generation. So we just have to keep on developing that in them. Yeah.
And the title is 100 Families Quilt or 百家被 in Mandarin. So yeah, go watch it.
Yes. Don't forget to share your review with us, leave us a comment. You can send us an email. Maybe you also celebrate Lunar New Year.
Or any New Year
Or
that your
any
tradition celebrates.
Share it with us on unmarked.pod
at gmail.com.
And on that note, that was Nika and
Carol.
that was
Unmarked.
We will see you next week.